Welcome, fight fans, to another episode of More Than a Fight podcast. This is episode number 12. I am your co-host, Jose Alfredo Alcázar, and this is
Juan.
Get it backwards, right?
Fine.
And Juanillo was on a mini vacation.
Yeah, it felt short, so yeah, mini. But I'm back.
Where'd you go?
Mexico City.
Great.
With my peoples over there.
Hell yeah.
Well, no, because in Mexico City they're not as tall. Not that you're tall, but
I'm 6'4".
the average height in Mexico City is like what, 5'4"?
No, there's a lot of Americans that made me look short as hell.
No, Americans don't count.
Hey, man, they were over there.
And then behind the scenes we have
John, what's going on?
He's really 6'4".
Yeah.
All right. So what we got this weekend?
Oh, that's right. We're gonna be we got boxing and MMA. We got two boxing cards on Saturday and then MMA on Saturday. And then Sunday, which is where we're going to start, we have Andy the Destroyer Ruiz against King Kong Ortiz. And like I said, that's where we're gonna kick it off, hosted by the PC. How do you see this one, Juanillo?
I mean, one been a champion. Wait, Ruiz hasn't been a champion. I mean, Ruiz has.
Yeah.
Ortiz hasn't.
No.
But Ortiz was beating Wilder the whole way, both fights, and
That second
as we
fight.
know,
Yeah.
it takes one punch.
Exactly.
Those are his only two losses. But I mean, other than that, he's never been outboxed. Does Andy Ruiz need to knock him out to win? Can he win a decision?
It's going to be a very interesting main event, only because last time we saw Andy Ruiz, he fought Chris Arreola, and he got put down in that fight, but he still ended up pulling it out.
Arreola came with the right game plan.
And he had the right corner, man, in my opinion. I think Joe Goossen's always great if you ever have him in your corner.
Yeah, lucky Ryan Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
No, he always has a good game plan, though, and I mean, he's always very fashionable, which he knows how to draw his eyes to him. So, I mean, always great.
So what do you think the game plan is for Ruiz going against Ortiz?
Knock him out. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna win a decision. Ortiz is gonna outbox him if that's what he comes for. I don't think Ruiz.
It's gonna be tough
match.
for a number of reasons because who was the last? Has Andy Ruiz ever fought a southpaw?
Probably. I don't remember off the top of my head, but
I'm trying to think back to his last couple. I don't
not,
think
not,
he
not,
has
not,
in his
re-
last
not, re-
couple
not
fights.
recently, but
King Kong is tricky, man.
he's very skilled. He comes from Cuban School of Boxing,
Mm-hmm.
so he's been training since a little kid, and he's 54 now. I'm kidding.
He's somewhere.
But he has a lot of
somewhere in his
experience.
40s. We don't know where.
He doesn't look that old.
But
I'm
he's
kidding.
somewhere
But
in
his
his
skills
40s.
are all there. He's
Yeah.
quick. He's tricky. He punches hard. So
And in the second fight with Deontay Wilder, he was beating Wilder. There was no doubt about it.
he was beating him in the first fight. So
But of course, Wilder's got that eraser, and
Yeah.
that's all it took.
freaking Wilder gets all that power from his legs, dude. I don't know. He punches. Yeah. No one punches like him. Yeah, that's all it takes.
That's for
And
damn
Wilder
sure.
will be fighting soon enough. Helenius beat Kovnowski twice.
Yep.
And we know how tough Kovnowski is. He took a beating, but I mean, Helenius knocked him out.
I mean, Andy Ruiz should win this fight because for once he looks like he's in great shape. Like he's been consistent. There hasn't been any
Party.
distractions, parties, him buying cars and focusing on that.
That's because he ran out of money. I'm kidding.
I hope not.
No, I hope
that
not. I'm
would
kidding.
suck.
But no, he got comfortable after beating AJ the first time. Hey, but even the second time when they were going to fight, they were talking about what great shape he was, and he was freaking fatter during.
He was a
fight
shape,
night.
that's for sure.
Yeah,
It
he was
wasn't
round like
in
me.
shape, but
Hey, he made it the whole way, but
no. I think Andy Ruiz will win this fight. I'm gonna say around the 9th round knockout.
I mean, that's the only way he's going to win. He's not going to win a decision.
You don't think he can outbox him?
No.
You don't think he has faster hands?
Ortiz is going to outbox him if it comes to that. So,
Okay.
yeah, no. I think Andy Ruiz does catch him, but late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go with that.
And I also think it's kind of a must-win for Ruiz if he wants to stay in like the conversation.
Both of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If he wants a title shot, Andy Ruiz, which I think me and John touched on it on Sunday, I don't think he'll get a title shot right away. What he will get is a fight with the winner of Wilder Helenius, or
Yeah.
King Kong will get a third one with Wilder, or fight Helenius, depending on who wins, of course.
Good matchups. We'll see
Oh,
what
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But-
Because really quick, what I told John on Sunday, is happened. They just announced that the winner of Joyce Parker will become the interim champion, which means they'll be scheduled to take on the winner of Usyk and Fury.
Oh.
Should that fight happen?
It's Joe Parker versus Joe Joyce, right?
It's not Joe Park.
What is it?
It's
Joseph Parker.
Thank
versus
you.
Joe
Man,
he goes by Joseph.
Joe's short for
sounds
Joseph.
weird.
It's still
He
the
goes
same,
by
I think.
Joseph. Come on.
Tomato.
Anyway,
Joe versus Joe.
Let's jump to the co-main. We got Issac Pitbull Cruz against Eduardo Ramirez.
This is probably well, I've only seen Zurdito once, but he's quick. He's well, obviously he's a southpaw based on the name.
What is?
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
just southpaw?
Little southpaw
Yeah.
because he's the
Oh.
tiny, and then Zurdo is lefty, but Zurdo Ramirez, he's a
Right.
big one.
He's the
Zurdito over
We'll
here, he's the
touch on
little
a little
one.
later.
And they're from Sinaloa, both of them.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
from Los Mochis.
Sinaloa.
Hey, those dudes can
Yeah.
fight, man. The guys from Los Mochis siempre vienen. I mean, they always come to fight. Sorry, it's
Damn,
man.
he got messed up right there. But yeah, no, Zurdito's probably gonna outbox him for a few rounds and then get overwhelmed. That's what I see.
I agree with that.
And
I
then
mean-
Pitbull Cruz fights Gervonta Davis and beats him.
There you go.
He's been calling him out though.
Tank made it clear he doesn't want to fight him again. I think he would have to
Man.
be forced to fight him again. That's the only way it happens.
Two guys that are 5'4" make great fights, man. They
No,
do.
but I mean, I would love to see a rematch. Just because I thought Tank hurt his hand, and that's what led to it being a more difficult fight than what it could have been.
The pressure got to him
But why doesn't Tank want to fight him again?
Because it was a
hard
difficult fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm like, dude, and Pitbull's look better even after that. So
Yeah.
Gervonta got his name out there at least.
Yeah. And then another fight we want to touch on, which is more of a comeback, which I was shocked to hear about it, is Abner Mares taking on Miguel Flores. So Abner's been out of the ring, what, 3 years?
It's been a while.
2018.
Okay, there you go. Oh, damn, longer than that.
Yeah, 4 years now.
I didn't realize that was that long.
Yeah. And
Jeez.
that was the detached retina.
Yeah. No, his eyes. His opponent, I remember seeing him. Okay, so he fought. That's Zurdito, right here.
Yes.
And then Leo Santa Cruz is the best on the weight, so no one's gonna beat him. But yeah, okay, so he's fought some good people.
Yeah.
Leo couldn't knock him out, but and actually it was a pretty close fight for what it was. So we know he's a good boxer. Well, I remember he's a good boxer.
So you think this is kind of like a warm up for him?
Oh hell no.
No,
Not a
okay,
warm-up.
yeah. Because like I was reading an article talking about Flores, and they were like, "Are you going to target his eye?" And
I mean, what else is he? He's going to target both eyes and both sides of the
that's such
body.
a
What else are you
stupid
going to
question.
target?
But they had a whole article about how he's not going to target the eye.
I'm just I don't understand why Mares is doing it after being out of the ring for so long. Other than maybe he needs money, which I hope isn't the case. I mean, I hope it's just him.
But he's been commentating.
Yeah, he
right?
commentates. He has a full time
Yeah.
job, so I mean, he
I guess
makes
maybe
enough
he just
money
wants
there.
to fight again.
Oh, he's a
Oh.
fighter. Fighters get the urge to fight again, so
Mhm.
he feels like he still has it. So let's see how he does on Saturday. But I'm excited to see him
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And then we have Rayo Valenzuela fighting on the card also versus Corrales he's from Panama, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And he used to be champion. I'm trying to remember who beat him. I remember he had the crazy hair. Here, okay, cool. Before that.
Ladarius Miller.
Oh yeah, Machado beat him.
Oh, yeah.
Machado hits hard as hell, but he's chinny. And then Ladarius Miller beat him, and then Chris Colbert, which
I mean,
we-
he's taking on some.
we've
good guys.
talked about before. But those are his 3 losses. He's a previous world champion, and he's coming back. I mean, he's a very skilled boxer, which you guys will see.
And Rayo, I mean, he's continuing to make his way up, so he has to win this fight to continue his ascent and to get the fights he wants. Because I know, I forget what I saw, and it might have been Instagram or some jazz, but I saw him confronting Rolly Romero, which I guess maybe would be an interesting fight if he were to win.
If he were to win, yeah.
Mhm.
I think this is his toughest fight to date.
I
Yeah.
think you got to be doing that, right? Got to be putting yourself out there in people's faces, social media.
Yeah, especially because, I mean, not to talk noise, but the PBC tends to want only PBC guys to fight each other. So who else is Rayo gonna go after? That's of name or that's of note.
Yeah,
You know,
Like I've heard of Corrales, but I've never heard of Valenzuela.
yeah.
Oh, Rayo. Yeah, Rayo trains with the Benavides brothers.
Oh,
And then we got on Saturday, because this one we just talked about is Sunday, so nobody gets
oh
confused.
yeah.
And then Saturday we're gonna have a couple cards, and this is one of them: Estrada against Cortes on the zone.
Yeah, so Estrada beat pretty much. Well, he beat the two big names at 115, which is Chocolatito and Sorungvisai.
Sorry.
And he beat also the other guy from Sinaloa. The guy that the other guy.
Oh, Carlos Cuadras.
Cuadras. Yeah, so those four have been on top of the division for a while, and he's beat all of them. So,
I mean, yeah.
I don't think he should have beat Roman the second time. In my opinion, I thought Roman won. But
Yeah, I know a lot of people felt that way about that one.
yeah, but let's see how he does on this fight. Archie is Argi, right? Archie.
Argi?
I'm not very familiar with him. I mean, have you seen anything about him or?
Based on what we know about him, what we've seen, no, I'm not 100% familiar with him. And keep in mind that this fight is taking place in Hermosillo, Sonora, where Estrada's from. So Cortes, I think, is going to have to be dominant or knock out Estrada, and that's not. I find that hard. I see that as a very difficult task for the simple fact that Estrada is a great boxer.
And this
Not
is
good. He's great.
Yeah, he's great. And this is going to be on DAZN for us, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Just making sure. Make sure I watch it.
And then we've got the ladies on the undercard because we have the image up. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know him,
Oh,
honestly.
It's for a world featherweight title.
Yeah.
Dang, maybe I should have researched that one a little more. I'm not familiar. But yeah, no, those are the two fight cards on Saturday. I think Estrada wins just because I know his skill level. I know how hard he punches. And I know he always brings it, so that's what I think.
Yeah. And the other one, we'll just mention it real quick because it is in the UK that same day, but it's going to take place, I'm assuming, in the morning our time. Well, during the day our time.
Yeah, main card usually around 12 and main event 2:30, 3.
And we got Liam Beefy Smith against Hassan. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right.
You're not going to pronounce it right.
I don't know if the M is silent.
Mwakinyo.
Mwakinyo?
Yeah, that's what I would
Mwakinyo.
say.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably the M is silent, right?
Yeah, so
The only thing I will say is, I mean, take it for what you will, because I didn't know Julius Ndongo went up in weight, and if you haven't heard that name in years, it's for a reason. Julius Ndongo was more notable. He made his fame years ago when he fought Terrence Crawford at 140, when he had a title.
yeah,
at
he had a
that weight.
title already, and Crawford knocked him out to the body.
And now apparently he's all the way up to 154, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. So pretty much tells you he's doing it just
But
just
this dude, what do we say? Mwakinyo?
How do you spell it?
Mwakinyo. It is Mwakinyo. That's the way to say it.
But he's knocked out his last 3 opponents. I don't know. That's
He's on a good win streak too. He hasn't lost for a while. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But three consecutive knockouts, and Beefy was just in a war, you could say, against Jesse Vargas. So those two things are.
Would you really call him a war though? I mean, Jesse.
Well, they win at it.
Jesse was in the fight for like 4 rounds, and then he started just getting beat up, dude.
But Beefy was taking punches, is why I say a war, because when you're in there, yes, you're hurting the other guy, but you're still getting hit.
Yeah, Beefy took those punches, ate those punches.
Yeah. And the last one I just want to touch on really quick is the ladies on that. Natasha Jonas versus Patricia Bergult. And that'll be for 2 titles on that one. Okay, there we go.
So Bergult is undefeated. Natasha Jonas, I'm assuming, is British, right?
Yeah. British. And she's fought Katie Taylor, lost to Katie Taylor, but still pretty good to have on your resume. And then Miss Patricia has fought Hannah Rankin, who's supposed to fight Terry Harper on the 24th of September, if I'm not mistaken, in the UK. So Patricia's got somebody on her record, or on her resume, I should say, that's of note. So it could be a very good fight.
We can't miss. I'll watch it. The UK cards, I mean, I don't know most of the names usually, but they're always entertaining. The crowd helps too. They always have good crowds out there. So
Yes, sir.
That'd be something.
And next, we're going to jump into the announcement of Dimitri Bivol against Zurdo Ramirez, if I'm not mistaken.
I think the press conference is tomorrow because I was
Mhm.
I was looking at his Instagram. He's over at Yas Island already. They're
Really?
yeah. They kick off the press conference in Abu Dhabi.
What time do you?
Oh, it's gonna be early. Well, I mean, figure it's
I would assume
12
like
hours ahead over
there. Yeah.
I wonder what time.
we're probably gonna wake up to it.
Yeah,
it's
probably
already
don't
gonna
have
happen.
They probably don't even have the time out yet.
No, but by the time we wake up tomorrow, we'll watch it on YouTube.
I'm
and-
just happy that this fight is finally official. This is an excellent fight.
yeah. A lot of
man.
people ain't giving Zurdo a chance. So
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I was listening to some ESPN a los golpes, and a particular reporter, a very flamboyant reporter, or not flamboyant, but he's very outspoken
in Spanish.
Yeah, I don't want to say his name just because I don't want people to think that we're just throwing his name out there to get clout, as they say. But anyway, he says that Zurdo has no shot. I think that's ludicrous to say he has no shot.
He has a good shot.
He's naturally bigger. He's a southpaw, and he can pop. How the hell doesn't he have a shot?
And he's knocked out. I mean, he's been knocking everyone out too. So I mean, he's not fighting cans either.
I kind of agree that they're giving a lot of clout because he beat Canelo. But I think that was like a bad decision by Canelo to fight people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The size. I mean, eventually. I mean, we didn't think so because Canelo always looked so good, but we saw that size had a little. I mean, that height.
No, and that's
it was hard to get in.
That's what I mean. Is just like I think people are putting a little bit too much rub on his name, but I think it's gonna be a fantastic fight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And really quick, just because we're touching on this card, it's a rumor. I don't know the source. I don't trust the source. It just like 100% because I'm not familiar with them. But supposedly, according to some source on Twitter, take it for what you will. They're saying it's going to be Jessica McCaskill against Chantel Cameron on the undercard for the titles at 140 in the ladies division. So if that's true, that is a great undercard fight to put on this event. I hope it's true. That's an awesome fight.
I think it's probably most likely true that Saudi they're going to try to bring as many female undercards into there so that everybody's like, everything's cool down there.
Everything's
Chicks have it all
changing.
good, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're trying to attract more tourism. So great
Yeah.
point, John. Because they're trying to clean up that image. So you're right.
Exactly.
Great point.
All right. And I think for boxing, what else do you see in the future after Bivol? Like Beterbiev
for the winner?
I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is like so now Bivol Ramirez are fighting. What does Beterbiev do?
Well, he got hurt, so he has to sit out the year.
Oh,
yeah. So
whole year?
Better Beef fights the winner of this.
Well, you would think, but I could see. No, you know what? That's a big problem. I just thought about it, and unfortunately, I always have to bring this shit up, and I hate it.
All right.
Let's say Zurdo wins. He's with Oscar and DAZN. Let's say Bivol wins. He's with Eddie Hearn and DAZN. Frank Warren and Bob Arum, they just don't, for some damn reason, especially Frank Warren, and the UK people would know better, they just don't like to work with Eddie Hearn. I think Bob Arum was more likely to do it, but I believe, I believe it's going to be Artur Beterbiev against Anthony Yard first. And then there'll be no other option but to fight the winner of this fight.
Oh, Canelo also threw something out there though. He said if Zurdo wins, he's not fighting him. He's not fighting a Mexican. So I don't know why.
And
that's
that's
what
already
he said.
stirring up a lot of.
But if Bivol wins, yes, Canelo's going to fight him, and Canelo could do it. So
Yeah.
he kind of calls it. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's a weird thing for him to say, right? But
that's his call. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, that's how he feels. That's how he feels. You can't force the man to do something he doesn't want to do.
Right. So,
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in on this one. Please make sure to what?
like, comment,
And
subscribe. Hit the little bell. I mean, we're trying to be as consistent as possible with these videos, and 2 to 3 a week, it seems like is 2 for sure.
No, yeah, we're gonna do our best to continue to put out great content.
hell yeah.
We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you guys.